its sister piece, another piece that does something with the engine, some kind of injector. Unfortunately, because we didn't have the sister piece, we decided to sell it. We went around asking around who to sell it for. The people that Traffic was working for, they didn't really give us a good deal, so we went around, found a better deal for about, I believe, 400K. And along the way, we, as Traffic was helping them with the repairs and the maintenance, which was an AI, an advanced AI. He was one of the most skilled mechanics in the group. What were their names again? Started with G? I forget.
Gear grinders.
Gear grinders. Thank you. Yeah, he was one of the more skilled mechanics that worked for the Gear grinders. You know, they were basically working together, set everything up for the mech, I guess, wars or mech races, whatever you want to call it. As that's happening, they finished everything up, and an unfortunate accident destroyed damaged one of the mechs, so they had to go repair it. When they, after they repaired it, some people got in trouble for it, as accusations were thrown around, and of course, Traffic and Nick went back, repaired the mech that was damaged, and I guess the mech war started. The Gear Grinders won the first round. The second round and the third and fourth round are, well, I don't remember what it was, but I think they got they didn't participate in the third round, and they got a third in the fourth, something like that. If you guys have anything else to add, go ahead, because oh yeah, my character almost died for some unexplicable reason. Can't remember what it was. Nothing to do with anything. Nope, no one knows why. All you know is she's been giddy the past few days. That's it. That's it from me.
Yep, I can't remember too much else. All I remember from my character is learning how to fight, and then all of the stuff surrounding the mech
I think
tournament.
all you did was do the trade and then do that.
Yeah.
Traffic did most of the work, roles and stuff. And Nash.
Nice.
All right. So I think this would be on the second day. So the first day is all the suit stuff happening as they progress through the ranks, and in the evening they have the final battle, the two final battles rather, for the first, second, and third place. So I think we fast forward with furious speed until day 2, which is the second of whatever the hell that month is. And yeah. So what are your normal characters doing this day before we switch characters briefly for the tournament itself?
I'm not doing much.
Is this what we're doing until the tournament, or is it during?
This is day 2 of the tournament, so I'm asking what your characters are doing this day during the tournament. Are you hanging out watching, or are you in the back alley snorting coke of a hooker's ass crack or some such?
No, I've learned my lessons. I will be up in the VIP lounge that we were provided to watch the tournament.
Yeah, I think I'll be chilling out and watching the tournament anyway, and doing a little bit of drugs on the side of what I've got left in my goodie bag.
Is it off a hooker's crack?
No, at this point it is
That
not.
is a smart idea. I mean, you don't know what's wrong with the hookers here. You haven't tried them. Unless you've asked me, then I can tell you plenty of stories.
So what is Ton doing during all this?
He's down in the crew pit.
All right. Yeah, you saw a fair bit of metal work yesterday when the mechs came back from the final battle, all beaten to hell and beyond. So today is a promising day if you want to do some actual honest to goodness work, otherwise, other than just sit around watching the grass grow. So what is Brody up to then? Like, you can either help out or you can do something else if you want.
The first 2 days I was going to be helping them in the pit. Then the rest I was going to spend watching Sweet.
All right. Yeah, so you're down there as well, helping out, having a good time. All right. So I have some characters for you. I haven't really fleshed all the personal nonsense with them, but I have all the stat blocks and such, and weapon profiles and all that stuff sorted. So,
Nice. Are they not?
is there anything in particular you want to be in control of, weapon-wise?
What weapons are there? For the mechs. Can we have the
Well,
format?
there are the good stuff and the bad stuff, and the stuff that you need to be a bit closer to use.
I like the good stuff and longer range.
Cool. You have.
Do we get to pick any of the weapons from mechs, or are you going to provide like a list of these are the ones we have available?
No,
That doesn't answer the question.
I know. You can have a purple banana if you want. So I'm just
Purple.
kind like that.
All right, fine. I'll take the purple banana. I
Right.
have to.
So first of all, is there any one of you who wish to play a mech focus or a melee focused mech?
I don't think I have any preference. I could go either way with it.
Traffic wanted to, because he wanted to build a melee one. I'm not sure if he wants to do a melee psychic one.
Doesn't matter.
All right. In the interest of fairness, I'll just roll for it, and then you can all get what you get.
Oh, but I want a ranged one. We should do a mech building session. Best way to waste time.
Yeah, I like long range fighting too. I run a friggin' missile boat in that warrior online.
All right. You should have character sheets now.
Light shock too. Got it.
Sorry, Tom. What did you say? I had your volume a bit low.
Go on.
Oh yeah, Brody, by the way, before we start with this, can you roll me 2d9, please?
Do the
Plus-
mechs use
plus
our own stats?
What was that? 2d9 what?
2d9 plus d6.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Do the mechs use our stats, like strength and stuff, and dex?
Nope.
No?
I've
That is-
included everything on the mech sheet, so you can just use that. So when you
No, I
use
know. I just didn't see any of the strength and stuff. That's why.
yeah, no, it doesn't use any of that. So
Oh, interesting.
the bonus stuff or the skill stuff would be +2 to pilot.
Okay.
Everything else is included in the weapon profile already.
Okay.
On the
Yeah, I
weapon
wasn't sure how
bonus.
mechs work. That's why. All right, guys. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. We're gonna fail miserably, but hey.
All right. So that happened. And no one died yet, so that's
Thank you.
no. This was for something completely different, but yeah, you'll hear about it soon enough.
You get in your mech and it explodes.
You know that would be funny.
For you.
Yes. All right. So I think as we see all of you coming out of the locker room in fully geared and wearing your suits, wearing your attire that you always carry into battle with you, and in front of you you see Sarge standing there as you walk through the big vault door into the hangar where all the mechs are hanging out, literally in some cases. And yeah, as you look, you see two individuals with Carter sorting out some of the mech suits from yesterday's battle, working on those. And Carter looks up briefly, gives you all a nod of approval, and goes back to working again. So you line up in front of the small table, and you see the map of the area that you're going to be fighting in. And yeah, Sarge standing there points out a couple of points of interest that you should, and gives you the basic information that you need for this coming battle. So as we look around the table, I think Ben, sorry, Momo, do you have any idea what your pilot will look like and what the name of them are?
Yeah, let me see if I can roll up something real quick.
Doesn't have to be anything detailed, just some very basic stuff.
I'll say this pilot is Wardy Greener, who's a pretty short, dark-haired pilot, and he's piloting his mech called the Hummingbird. It's a light shock mech. It's got 2 Hydra arrays as weapons, though I'm not familiar with exactly what those are.
Massive rocket launcher.
Okay, I see.
Think a Stalin organ rocket launcher, basically. All right. And then standing next to Woody, we have Graphic. Do you have any idea what your mech pilot will look like, and what his name is? What their name is?
Yeah, pilot's name is Jimmy. He's average build, enough He's just used to being in the mech most of the time, so he's a bit pale. And his mech, his name's Smokey.
Nice. And standing next to Jimmy, we have Nash. What do your pilots look like? Do you have any ideas?
His name's Damian Stone. He's about 6'1", athletic build, dark hair. His mech's name is Reaper. It's a light shock mech.
Nice. And lastly, we have standing next to Damien, we have Val. What's your pilot's mech pilot's name and general appearance?
We have here Michael Stone, a big, broody-looking guy. He's piloting the beautiful Lucille that he spends most of his days in. And that Lucille is a beautifully designed light shock mech with a laser rifle in one hand and a railgun in the back.
All right.
Does combat
Yeah.
change for mechs by any chance, or is it still the same type?
It's the same. You just use a slightly different stats.
All right. I think the stats are all like predetermined.
I'll get over that in a moment. So
Great, thank you.
yeah, as the camera pans back to Sarge, he stands there as she always does, roughly 180 tall, live, short crop black hair, visibly augmented eye on the left eye of the 30s, and she looks disapproving at all of you, and he
Always
looks.
disapproving.
Yes, there is no real other way to go about doing things in this world, other than disapprove of everything until you change it. And she points to the map, and as you see, it's how would I describe this? I suppose the best way to describe the area you're going to be fighting in would be in the deep ravines of the Grand Canyon, without the river in the middle of it. So you have sheer cliff faces on two sides, and then open terrain on the other one. So it's gonna be more or less a long hallway with some vegetation in here and there for good measure. And yeah, roughly like red orange rock ground mostly, and then like shrub terrain, or shrub vegetation rather. Not a lot of trees, like tall trees to break line of sight. So it's gonna be a fairly exposed area once you get going with it. There are patches of cliffs that stick out, so you can have like high ground, and then there are also some underground structures pointed up two entrances on each side of the map. You want to go full underground with it. Yeah, the average temperature outside is like roughly 55 degrees Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. I don't know.
It's pretty hot. Close to 100.
Yeah, so roughly 131 Fahrenheit, I suppose.
Oh, even hotter.
Yep. So it's fairly uncomfortable outside. And yeah, the people in the VIP booths rather, are it's basically just a structure built into the side of the cliff where you have like a really nice view, air conditioned view of the whole battlefield down below. And yeah, I think she says, as we have done before, you will slave your weapons to me, and I'll send out the drone for the first few minutes, and then once they get into range, I'll give you back control, and you can engage as you will. And remember this: if you're starting to see orange or red hull integrity on your mech, it's better to give up than to die for it. Doc doesn't seem to be in a good mood today, so let's not give him some work. I don't think the old bastard could take the heat anymore. And all of you know that Doc is the given nickname for the medic of the team. And yeah, if you want a basic visual reference for him, I'm kind of imagining, if you've seen the new version of Battlestar Galactica with Katie Sackhoff and Trisha Hefner, it would basically be Doc Huddle from that Battlestar Galactica version in look, appearance, and demeanor. So very grumpy and just get out of my way. I'm doing whatever I want while I'm working, kind of thing. And yeah, unless you have any more questions, I think we can get this party started, as it were.
I think I'm good.
Yep, I think I'm
Actually,
good to
no.
go.
The fittings. Can you the augmented ECM projector? Is that just always on? It says +2 AC bonus, -1, and then it doesn't actually say what. Do you guys know what page the book the things?
No, if you just grab the right corner of the effect thing, you can. And yes, it's
Oh,
always on.
speed penalty. Okay, great. That's
And it's already included in the profile. So the normal A for a shock is 16 and normal speed is 3. So I have already changed all the numbers.
Oh, okay. So you already did everything.
Yep.
Doesn't it automatically do it though?
Not for this.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought it would.
It
One more
does
question.
it does for power and mass and hard
Okay.
points, but not for the actual
Speed and stuff.
description itself.
Great. All right. And I guess the fire control unit or slave is just us controlling it without being inside of it. Or is
Sorry,
that
what?
not it?
You broke up a bit.
Sorry, the fire control unit / slave, that's just so we can control it without being inside of it?
Nope.
What is that for?
So what that is, the so you're going in 5, so 5 people in this.
Okay.
So you have Sarge, who is piloting the command mech, has the master unit, and all of you have the slave unit. So when you cede control of your weapons to Sarge, basically, as far as I understand this, and mind you, I haven't really, there might be something I'm misinterpreting here, but if the master unit have line of sight to an enemy, it would count as basically giving squad sight in XCOM, so that everyone can attack. You still do your own individual attack rolls and damage rolls, but you grant the master unit basically grants squad sight so everyone can attack, even if you yourself don't have direct line of sight on something.
Oh, interesting.
That's
Good
at
to
least
know.
how I understood it.
Yeah. I'll look it up, but yeah, that looks cool. Do you guys know what page all the mech things are? So I can always
310.
310. Thank you.
So you can assign weapon attacks one at a time to whatever the master you want to hit.
Interesting. All right, thanks for that. So that gives us extra designing max. There it is. Oh, wait. Am I reading this right? Uh, Link to it and can assign weapon attacks one at a time, rolling the damage for each. So are you saying we can fire both of our weapons in the same turn? Or am I just wrong with that?
You can fire your weapons, all of them, or individually on your turn. Alright, so I can't find a good map for this or a good picture that would perfectly illustrate what I'm going for, so use your minds for this battle, I suppose, and hope for the best.
You're gonna draw us a little janky map.
No.
I love those maps.
Alright, so with a final look at the map to give you an idea. So the area you have to operate in are fairly limited in terms of movement between the cliff walls, because I probably couldn't scale those with your current armament. But yeah, you have roughly like 10 kilometers from end to end to work within. And all of you know that there is a force field about, what would it be, like 100 meters up. So in case there is a stray round, for example, where you see a helicopter or some such, you just want to shoot. You can't really do that because all the ammunition would be yeah, detonated before when they hit the force field. So you can't just shoot a stray round and then have a city 2 kilometers away in some other direction explode. And all of the people in the VIP booths are protected by that, so they are above the force field as well. So they don't have to worry about risking life and limb to enjoy some mechanical carnage. Yeah, so I think yeah, you all of you walk over after Sarge brings the meeting to a close. She walks off to her mech, which stands in the front, and yeah, you can see, and all of you know this because we've been doing this for a while. It's a specialist mech rather than the shock mech that all of you are piloting. And this is the command mech that she is piloting, and from there, basically giving you all of you support to help out and do the thing that no one else wants to do. But yeah, all of you gets strapped into your mechs, and you have some help by Carter and the other two individuals who have been helping out, or Ton as well. Ton, the third one is a bit of an unknown. You've seen him around the shop a couple of times, but he's just a mechanic. Who cares? They all of you strap in, and as you start walking into formation just before the door, with yeah, you do the final check, flip some switches, go through your last minute prep before battle starts. And yeah, the hangar hangar bay door opens into a bright sunlit ravine. The sheer cliff faces on each side, and you walk out into the sunlight, and you see the arena that you're gonna be squaring off against your enemies with. So yeah, how do you react to this as you see? What are you doing? Like the first thing you do after you walk out on the sands of the arena?
Do you have any kind of formation where we're getting in, or what's up?
I suppose a loose V formation with Sarge
Loose.
in front.
Does Sarge want to be in front? I would say she has a specialist mech. I would think she was in the middle of.
Just walking out on the field, yeah, in front, and then
Okay.
when the actual battle starts, she's gonna be
Okay.
somewhere else.
Cool. All right.
And I assume all this is it recorded via like drones or long range cameras or something?
So Ben would see this, and Val sitting in the VIP booth. It is basically shoulder mounted cameras on the mech, drones, like small drones just tipping around, TV drones basically, and then you have like the satellite view of the area as well. So you have a whole range of different camera angles to flip through, and they also like automatically flip between the different camera views when something cool happens.
Yeah, so as we march up to our side of the field, I'm going to pop open the cockpit on my mech and do a sort of salute to the camera, and then wave to people, and then go back in.
All right. Yeah, so as you open the mech to wave to the camera, you get the sweltering heat of the morning sun streaking across your face, and you immediately getting a single drop of sweat rolling down your face. But yeah, you smile to the camera, give it a wave. Yeah, Ben, you see from your VIP lounge that there is this pilot just waved to the camera and smiling. And I suppose the smell with the exposed air, they have a fairly strong smell of engine grease and burnt fuel, and as well as the sand and some sort of metallic smell to it, both from the robot itself, but from the environment, with decades of eroding the very earth on this planet. As yeah, after you take a moment and smile for the camera, the mech close around you again, and you are in the cool confines of the mech. And yeah, you see all the displays functioning the way it's supposed to, and you see a split. All of you have a split, basically picture in pictures. You can see what all the other mechs are seeing as you look around across the terrain. And you also see Sarge activate as she steps out on the field first, and probably goes like maybe 30 meters into the arena. And there is a hatch on the back of the mech on the top that opens, and there is a small drone that takes to the sky immediately, like with a fair bit of speed to it. And all of you have you see a third, let's see, what would it be, a sixth window come up in the bottom of your heads-up display, and you see the camera feed from the drone as it, powers up to the ceiling. All right, so I think as you start advancing towards the middle of it, can all of you make a pilot check, please? So it would be pilot with the +2, so 2d6 +2. Excellent. Yeah, so the terrain here is a bit difficult to walk in, but you have no issues whatsoever to navigate around the rough patches, and you also see the like a 3D topography of the environment around you, so you can easily sidestep any potential pitfalls that you might otherwise get snagged in. All right, so I'm just gonna roll for them as well. All right, can all of you roll? No, wait, this would be. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this because I planned pretty much everything other than this very important thing. So I think group initiative would be the best for this, because otherwise it's just going to be a whole heap of rolling and keeping track of nonsense.
We can do that. I mean, it would be 10 people we have to keep track of normally. It's up to. Why don't we just flip a coin?
No. All right, so that's 7 and that's 7. All right. So I think, yeah, as the drone pilots up towards the ceiling of the power field or enclosed battle area, you see on the sixth screen, small screen, the area map. You have a fairly substantial lip on the other side, maybe like 5 kilometers out from where you are right now. Where something is. You can't get a clear definition or anything, but there's definitely something there. All right, and they have that thing. All right, cool. So I think it's time for initiative then. See how this works. So I'm kind of thinking for this. So whichever one of you want to roll, or I can do it, would be mech speed. What is D8 plus mech speed?
It's not me because I have minus max speed.
Let me see. I have 2, so I guess I can try rolling. Was that a D6 plus max speed?
D8, I think you said.
Normal initiative. So I think it's a D8. It's been so long since we had proper combat in this game. I cannot remember.
I also have 2 max speed. That's why I was saying if someone else has more than 2. Unless all of us have the same upgrade. I mean, I assume the melee mech has the most, right? Whoever has the melee mech. I'm not.
My max speed still too.
Oh, really? That's unfortunate.
Don't worry. I think, as with everything else I do, I think ties go to PCs because that's just fair.
Thank you for.
So you'll start off this glorious endeavor.
Nice. Like it.
All right. So this would be that. All right. So you have, like I said, there is. You can't see them yet, but you have a contact flip on the scale. So roughly 5 kilometers away from where you currently are. So as a group, do you want to open fire now, or do you want to just spend your turn advancing towards them
You said they're 5 kilometers away?
right now? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Okay. So,
I don't have the range.
yeah, I was going to say, I don't think any of us have the range.
Yeah, I'll keep advancing.
All right.
Yeah, so I definitely don't have the range.
I think we'll. So with 2 speed, how far can we advance per round?
So it's 10 times your speed.
So 20 meters, 20.
So normally under normal circumstances, but because this is pretty much just when you get out before really before battle starts, so I'll be a bit more loose with the actual movement. But normally it would be max speed times 20.
Normal would be max speed times 20.
Yep.
And now you want to just advance both of our teams to like fighting range?
Yeah. Now I'm being a bit more loose with the whole thing
Okay.
until we get into weapons range.
That sounds good.
All right. So you spend your turn moving.
Yeah.
I'll say you get a fair bit. So let's say 1 kilometer.
That's fair.
If you had before have disappeared now. As yeah, you take a good hot minute or two to stomp around for a bit forward, and yeah, you as you form up again, as the specialist mech is moving ahead a bit, scouting. Yeah, you don't see anything. Like the map itself seems to be. There doesn't seem to be registering any heat signatures from the drones. All right. Can anyone who wants to roll me a 2d6 plus 2d6 plus 1, please?